Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, today, like I said before, I did the rear brakes on this, but I ain't got nothing in the front, a master cylinder shot. So they wanted too much for the calipers, so I bought caliper rebuild kit. So we're going to rebuild the calipers and stick a master cylinder on it this round. So sit back and enjoy it. Just soak up some fluid. Yank the line off real quick. The line looks like it's good. All right. Off camera, I broke the bleeder screw loose and it didn't release. So it's the caliper. So we're going to collapse it a little bit and see if these pins froze up. If the pins are not froze up, give me something to clamp that off. Might be too late. Think it done run out of fluid. But anyway. Let's see what we can do here. I think the pin might be froze up. Yeah, I think the problem's the pin, not the caliper. That's good news. Whew. Let's see if I can pop this boot off like that. Throw a little carburetor cleaner in there. Because if it's just the pins, like I said, I didn't check anything. I went to buy calipers and wasn't going to pay that price. So I got caliper rebuild kits. Almost there. There we go. All right. Pull this boot off real quick. Go ahead and get the wire brush out. We're going to clean the pins first, and then we'll go from there. Still could be caliper. But if I don't have to rebuild them, I will not rebuild them. The fluid was not all that bad when I went to bleed them the first time around. But you never know. Still could be them. Pretty clean. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this hole out in the caliper. I like to use them bore cleaning deals on a drill. This one moves freely, so put that back on. I haven't bought rotors and pads yet. I want to make sure the brake system is going to work properly. Then I'll buy new rotors and pads. Like I said, I want to make sure everything's going to be working fine. I already got to put a rack on it. Rack's messed up. So it works, but it's got issues. It's manual steering, so it's all in the rack. Go ahead and put some fluid in that master cylinder and bleed these. And I know I'm going to put a master cylinder on it, but I just want to I didn't want to have to bleed the rears again right this minute. I just wanted to check, make sure that this front here doesn't stick anymore. That's what I'm working on. We'll let her gravity bleed. Let's see, collecting down here. There we go. All right. There we go. You know, it's hard to tell since it really doesn't have any pedal. But if it's dragging now, it's not. So the problem is the caliper. Just to validate that, let's go ahead and break this loose. Make sure it's not the line or the master cylinder. Nope, it's not. It is the caliper. All right, let's go ahead and take that back apart and work on that caliper. Well, we have proved it's not the line. It's not the master cylinder because we took the pressure off, those were causing return issues. It would work. So, and we proved it wasn't a pin because I cleaned the pin up and glides just as free as could be. So let's go ahead and get this piston out. So you can put air on it, or this one you can see the piston in the back. So I'm going to peck on it, see if it'll slowly come out. Not an approved method, but I'm going to try it. It's working. All right. Let's stick something under here because it's about to get ugly. I'm just pecking. I'm not like the weight of the hammer. I'm doing a little more than a hammer now. There we go. It's her. Probably clean that up with some Weanol. Pretty good. Oh. Oh. Mm. Believe we can clean that up. Now let me get that seal out right there. A couple different methods you can use. Basically, just use a method that works for you. I'm going to try it with a pick. Almost. Almost again. Whatever you do, just don't scratch that. Scratch the groove that it's in. There we go. There, we got that puppy out. Now we got to get in there with a wire brush and clean the far out of it. So I'm going to actually move over to a parts washer. I got to clean stuff off top of it, and I'm going to get in there with the wire brush and clean everything. I'm going to clean up the caliper and all too. So yep. Around pretty good. I'm going to shine this up with some Weanol. Weanol. Little dab will do you. She doesn't do anything for you. She'll bring the shine on. At least we know it's shiny on the inside. All right. We'll get some brake fluid. Coat it up really good. All right, and at this point, I hope they send me the right parts. It looks like it. Just put it on down in there. Just like that. A little more brake grease on it. Yep. This is where I wish I had a plastic sleeve to put over this, but I do not have one. So you put this down in there. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it on the piston, whatnot. I'm just going to see which one's going to work for this one. So I want to put that retainer ring. Some people on the internet, you start watching, they're not putting that retainer ring on. All right. I'll be back in a minute. I got to go get my glasses. This is about where my seeing quits. All right. Put a little on here. This can get a little messy. I'm going to use, I'm trying all kind of different thingies to help me out here. Let's try it this way. Let's put it on and then set it down in there, extend it, and see if I can get it in. That's another method. No, that method didn't work worth a hoot, so let's work on it this way. Set that down there and push it in this way. Looks like this way is going to work better than all the rest of them. Yep. Actually, the boot's long enough sometimes where you can just flex it down. And some boots are flexible enough where you can just put it in. That's probably the bigger ones. So give me a second with a little screwdriver here. We'll weasel that little monkey down in there. Just like that. I said we can force this clip down in there now. Boing. Boing. Got an air pocket behind it. I did it too fast. I was wondering what was going on there. Yep. And that's how you do it. Yep. All right, let's go throw this monkey back on. Well, I got it right here. Let me grease this one up. All right, let's get this nasty thing back on here. Well, we know that's greased. Nice and good. Make sure it still moves good. We need to throw a little more grease back on that. Get the line back on. Got this thing gravity bleed, and we use some more fluid. No, I'm not going to get more fluid yet because we're about to replace the master cylinder. There we go. That pedal feels like we're probably still going to go to the floor. Yeah, still goes to the floor. Let's see if it releases. Yeah, see, that was a problem. And we knew it. All right, I am not going to do the other one right now. I'm going to replace the master cylinder. So I can talk to my wife into some Cracker Barrel or something tonight. The Beatus ain't going to feed itself. Please be the right one. Yeah, that's her. I'm not going to show you all the bench bleed because you just stick these in, pour them over into the reservoir, which I bought it without reservoir. I think they all come with no reservoir, but I cleaned that reservoir a little over 10 years ago. I mean, about a little over years ago. But you like how many times I say reservoir? Yeah, so I got to change that reservoir over on here, and then when I get these out, stick them in the reservoir right there, and I keep pumping until the air bubbles come out of the reservoir. Tip the waitress. And I do believe I did break those loose prematurely to make sure this wasn't going to give me a problem, even though I knew they wasn't going to. I got my line wrench. Make sure they're all the way on. That looks good to me. Yep, it's not turning the line, so that's good. Let's go to this one right here. Go ahead and unplug the level sensor on the cap. I can take it off as a unit and drain it. There we go. Yep, we good. All right, now I gotta break those 12s right there loose. Alright, we'll get those in just a minute and get them lines loose. I need to get me a 10mm open end. They got some funny angles on them. You think they'd have gave way, but they didn't. You know, I really hope that it didn't kill the brake booster, because it's leaking all in there. It's probably full. As light as this car is, it really doesn't need power brakes. Actually, I'm just saying that to prep myself. That when it doesn't work, I'll just be cool with it. Two-stage paint mover. I'm gonna go ahead and get the tank swapped out and finish bleed this real quick. You want to set her on there? Alright, they're tight enough where I can go ahead and secure the master cylinder now. There we go. And everybody's laying down inside, so I have no help bleeding these again. Even the dog's laying down. So I'm just going to try to gravity bleed them best I can right now. But it's got a pedal. That pedal's right on. But it still needs to be pressure bled. Alright, let's go ahead and pop these wheels and tires back on. I got a pedal, but it still needs to be pressure bled. But I was going to drive it around the yard, see what we got. Since I can't get it on the road because of the tire, this tire, I can't wait to meet him with my 100-horse go-kart. It won't be a match. Well, we might lose audio since this is Bluetooth. Find out. I couldn't tell a whole bunch on power because the brakes were dragging so bad. But it's not like I could go fast anyway. I feel like I'm on house arrest with an ankle monitor. Helps if I get the key. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new main relay because sometimes this thing don't want to start because there's no fuel pressure. Smack the main relay. Fuel pump comes on. Let's put the right key in there. Yeah, fuel pump, I hear it now. Watch this. Oh, it's working now. I can actually feel the torque of the engine now. I got brakes. See if it'll roll backwards. Yeah, it'll roll now. Did that tire blow? Wish Thumper pulled that hard. But like Johnny Cash says, one piece at a time. It's about all I can do with this here. I can't afford to do it all in one whack. I gotta, it's like the money, people make money on YouTube. I don't make no money. I have to decide where I'm gonna put my money and what project. And I'm sure a lot of guys do that who doesn't make money. I don't want to make money on it. So these are parts that were hanging around that I did today, that I bought last month, and my wife's pilot was this month. Well, actually, next month too. So, but I have more parts also for, I didn't film it, but I put front brakes on Thumper. And sad news, I took the thump out of Thumper. She has no more 12s in the back, and I got to get rid of the 1500 watt amp. I really need the room in that thing just for what I do and cargo and stuff. So the 6x9s I got and the front speakers, those things are loud enough. Just ain't got the thump. So we're going back to the original name. She was named Scarlet. So Scarlet's been neutered. However you want to say that. But anyway. Did the front brakes on that. I want to get around to doing my truck one day. I need to do valve stem seals on it, and I need to make the tool to compress the valves. I don't have one to fit those heads, but we can make one. No biggie. And I still got more work to do on this Compass, so you're going to see more of that, I guess. It's a good ride. So I got to get ready. We got to go to another trunk or treat tonight, and then come Tuesday is Halloween. So you have a blessed Halloween. Be safe. People carrying weird stuff like guns and knives, so don't make them mad. Got my side cover, well, the stator cover gasket from a Ninja. Now I got to get some bolts. I only got 2 in it.